All right, so you've decided that you want to dissenter men, but you don't know where to start. It can seem simple for some people, just do it, right? But for other people, you may need some steps and some actual practical tips to start implementing in your life. And it took me this long to come up with this video because I wasn't really sure of what are the practical steps that everyone can take that would work across the board. And this is something that I do when I need to jumpstart my decentering, whether I backtracked or have different situations going on. And this is definitely what I did in the beginning. And it worked really, really well. And I think that it will work for you as well. You have to self sabotage yourself for your own benefit. What do I mean by that? I mean, you need to make it virtually impossible for you to be able to date or take men seriously. But do it in a way that is constructive and beneficial and improving yourself and on your self development and actually doing something to contribute to the betterment of yourself, then self sabotaging yourself in a way that regresses you or makes you take 10 steps back. This means radically fill your time up with things that will improve yourself. Filling up your schedule with these things that I'm going to list out will make it so that you do not have time to date. You literally will not have time. And setting yourself up in this way is going to feel like at first you're just trying to stay busy until eventually you get settled in the busyness and get settled in the progress that you're making on your self improvement journey through these busy habits and hobbies and schedules and routines, that it just becomes your new normal. But at first, it's going to feel like you're tricking yourself into being busy. However, give it some time and you'll realize, oh, I actually like this life. This is actually for me. And if you feel like you are too busy, you can always pull back later. And by that time, you should feel removed from the desire of wanting to date. Here are some practical things to start doing to force yourself into decentering men. Book travel far in advance. Every month, on the weekends, a week out the month, whatever. Whatever your current schedule allows you, wherever there's gaps, fill that space and time with travel plans. And I'm talking about book it. Book the flight, book the hotel, book the events in the city. This way, when you have these gaps in your schedule or make gaps in your schedule, take the PTO, make the time to go and travel. You can book this travel with friends if you like, but if you're not going to book it with friends, do not be afraid to book it solo. It'll really not feel like you're traveling solo if you just book events and go out while you're out. Don't just sit in the hotel. Don't just try to find things to do. Actually, go out. If it's like an international trip or a destination, book excursions. I promise you, you're going to run into other solo travelers that are also traveling, that are on the same excursion as you. You guys can chop it up, be friends, whatever. You will meet people most when you are out solo. If you didn't already know that, now you know. But book travel far in advance. If you can book travel a year out, then do it. As soon as you get some money, book some travel. You're not going to really want to date knowing that, oh, I gotta date this new guy and I gotta tell him I'm going to Costa Rica for a week. Or, oh, I gotta date this new guy, but I already booked a solo cruise for 5 days. Oh, I gotta date this new guy, but next week I'm going to Miami. It's gonna trick your mind into not even wanting to go the distance with someone when you know that you have so many travel things planned out and paid for already, right? And it also gives you something to look forward to. And it also fills up that time so that you're not spending these gaps in your schedule dating. Okay, so it kills so many birds with this one stone. Another thing to do, if you can't travel, buy tickets for events in your city every single weekend. On the weekends that you're not traveling, I suggest doing this anyways. Buy tickets for events in your city. Go on Eventbrite, go on Instagram, follow DJs, follow event venues, follow music artists, follow so many different people, whatever events you're into, whether it's wellness events or music events or I don't know, hobbyist events, enthusiast events. Follow these pages, follow these spaces, get in these spaces, and start buying the tickets. When they have events, buy the tickets. And I say buy the tickets because you need to have money attached to these things so that you're actually going to do it. Otherwise, you can just change your mind if a man comes around and be like, "Oh, I want to take you out on the 25th, which is the weekend coming up." "Oh, no, sorry, I already have this event planned and paid for that I'm already going to." Right? So book these events in advance as they come about. So you're filling up your weekends with plans. And again, you can book these things in advance, and then as they start coming up or it gets closer to the date, then you can invite your friends to go or invite people, whatever, to go with you. But it's already set in stone. You're going regardless. And if no one can go with you and you go alone, trust me, the girlies are going out alone. So you will meet other women or other people that are out alone as well, and you will make friends on this journey. It's not as lonely as you would think. Fill up your weekends with events, paid for events. And I focus so much on weekends because that's when most people want to date. That's when people get that itch to date and that desire to, get on online apps and that desire to accept dates and all these things is usually the weekend. So I focus a little bit more on that. What about the days during the week? What you can do is sign up for evening classes. Again, this is something that is going to be booked and signed up for in advance. This is a commitment that you're making to yourself, and this is filling up your time and your schedule. These classes can be anything that you're interested in that you would love to do solo. So it could be school, okay? It could be hobbies, it could be fitness classes. Join a yoga class, join a pole dancing class, sign up with classes at your gym, but book these classes for the evening time. Because again, that's when people want to start dating, is the evenings. So make sure that your evenings are already booked. And there you have it. You won't be dating because you'll be busy. Another thing for the money making girlies and money motivated girlies, take on a second job. Even if you don't, quote, need it, take on a second job. Not a side gig. Don't get something that allows you to make your own hours. You need something with a strict time commitment. So pick up a second job, a waitressing job, something. I just saw on Threads a girl is making $41 an hour average from her waitressing job. Regular waitressing, not cocktail waitressing, regular restaurant. Like people are getting tipped. Go to a busy restaurant, look good, get hired, pick up some evening shifts. This way you are busy and you're making money. And you have to be there. You're going to meet coworkers. It's a win-win, honestly. Take on a second job. Fill up your time with that. You won't have time to date in the evenings. Another way to self-sabotage yourself for your own benefit is book cosmetic procedures. Now, this is an interesting one, but I had to add this because this came to mind because this is something that I do. Book cosmetic procedures like back to back. This way, you're not going to want to date. You're not going to want to date when you have to wear a compression garment for 6 weeks because you just got lipo. You're not going to date when you're waiting 2 weeks for your eyebrows to heal. You're not going to want to date when you are healing from a vampire facial. Like, do things that are going to benefit you in the long run, but short term require you to be a little bit more reclusive for a healing process. You're not going to want to be in people's faces. So you're getting these cosmetic procedures in private, you're healing in private, and it just forces you to kind of sit down and not be out there. And then in the long run, if you got good cosmetic procedures, it will benefit you. So I talked about the evening classes tip. Again, whether those classes are school, hobby, or fitness classes. But you can also sign up for consistent early morning commitments, not just classes, but commitments in general. Early morning. But whatever commitment or class you sign up for in the morning, you need to make sure that there's either money attached to it or an accountability partner. So when I think about this, I think of, okay, don't just say, I'm going to go to the gym at 5 a.m. and it just be that. Go to the gym with a gym partner at 5 a.m. So that way, if you flake, you're flaking on somebody else as well. So you're going to be more inclined to go. Maybe join a run club or something, but pay for it. It needs to be something that's paid or has an accountability partner attached to it so that you make sure that you actually commit in the morning. An early morning commitment makes it so that you don't want to do too many things the night before that's going to prevent you from being well rested to fulfill that early morning commitment the next day. So, this is going to make it so that you're not going to want to talk on the phone all night to your roster or to your guy or whatever, getting to know someone until 10 o'clock p.m. No, you're not going to want to do all that because you need to be well rested for your early morning commitment. You're not going to want to go on a date the night before. You're not going to want to have a sneaky leak come over because you need to be well rested for your early morning commitment. So, these are the tips that I have for you guys to do. This will jumpstart your decentering of men. Even if mentally you're not there yet, physically you have decentered men because you do not have time for them. Book travel far in advance, buy tickets for events on the weekends in your city, sign up for evening classes, go back to school, take on a second job, book cosmetic procedures, and sign up for consistent early morning commitments. You're not going to have time for men, and you're going to be bettering yourself in the process. It's a win win. Again, in the beginning, it may feel like you are tricking yourself into being busy, but over time, it will just become your new normal. And mention a lot of the things that I said on this list does require money. So get your money up. Get your money up. Get your money up because you're going to need money to level up. You're going to need money to live a life without having a male life partner. So you need to get your money up regardless. But yes, all these things require money. Focus on that. Focus on money, focus on looking good, and you will never be dissatisfied with your solo life. So those are my tips. Let me know what your favorite one is below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.